Stiles and Miller have been friends and friendly competitors for probably over 30 years. We kind of all grew up in the community together. We've shared community interests, we've been on boards together, and we felt that this particular project was such a community event that we were more beneficial going in together than trying to compete against each other. Plus, we think this is a very important place, and we want to make sure that the process itself was done correctly and that the product was done in a manner that was befitting to the community.
The number of kids who go through this facility every year is in excess of 150,000, I believe, and it's great for our Riverwalk development, and certainly from an arts perspective.
It's kind of a secret a little bit about how many children actually go through this facility and how much of an educational facility it really is. I think almost 3 million kids have gone through this facility in some format of either being a visitor or actually participating in the educational process, and it's been a phenomenal impact to our community. Keeping this facility operating while there were so many events here was a real challenge. The safety factor of the visitor, it was paramount to make sure that it was perfect. We had children, but we had main events, we had employees, we had actors, we had stage sets, and we had to work around all that in a timely manner. And you know, when you're doing renovations, you run into unforeseen events that actually impact your schedule. Well, in this case, we had no tolerance to move a schedule. If the opera was coming, it was coming. And so it put an extreme amount of pressure on our guys to plan, to probably overcome a lot of issues that we didn't even see. And these guys, our guys, did a phenomenal job. Probably one of the largest or most difficult challenge was the orchestra pit. It's kind of interesting. Unless you really get involved with the structure here, there are a lot of things that go on that you don't even know. And the orchestra pit actually goes up and down with hydraulics. The old platform was decaying, had to be replaced. It was extremely heavy steel that had to be cut with welding torches. We had to worry about the heat buildup, possible fire issues, and then we had to cart it out of here, and we had to worry about the loading as on the stage. So we couldn't bring in really heavy equipment to help us remove this huge height stage. There's actually a stage that drops and actually goes underneath the main stage, and then another stage comes out and comes back up. So it's really kind of an interesting process, but it was a real challenge to fix that again in a time frame that we could do it so we could still pull off the performances.
Terry and I are probably most proud of is that we were able to get together as two long-term companies who have been, as Terry said, working in friendly competition for over 30 years. We're both very active in the community, and to be able to get together and have a local company handle this and take care of this project for our community as opposed to a company from out of our area brings a lot of pride to me.
It's kind of interesting because I've been here for a bunch of the performances. What's interesting to me is how much work we did here, and some people don't really realize, because we replaced basically everything. We replaced the carpeting, the flooring, the air conditioning. We had to seal the old facility because we were getting moisture intrusion, and that wasn't a foreseen condition. I think the most interesting thing is how complicated it was, but yet it went together, and people didn't even know we did it. But probably my favorite part of this place is the Heisiga Pavilion. I mean, we've been in a lot of venues. We do a lot of charity things, and we've been to, every ballroom in town and everything else. I think it's the most dramatic space in Broward County, and I think it's going to just light up this place. And with Marty's Bistro downstairs, it's going to create a spot where the community can come in, even if they're not going to the theater, and enjoy the facility. And so I'm kind of proud of that. And then you got to throw in the Rose Miniachi Education Center, which we opened Monday night, to go in there and see the kids performing and seeing the facilities where they can learn. That's pretty exciting too. And again, it's kind of a backroom operation that the general public won't see, but it's well worth going back there and just walking through the studios and the educational processing with the technology that's there, and it's really exciting.
We're hoping to have a seat at the bar down on our own seat at the bar.
We have
down
one.
on the